Good evening, everyone. A very good evening, everyone. Is it really a good evening? Really? 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 I want a very pitch voice from you. See, entrepreneurs are someone who raise their voice. Employees are someone who stay back and do their job. So are you guys going to be an entrepreneur or an employee? No voice? Okay, let me ask a question. How many of you in this floor, in this room, want to become an entrepreneur? You can raise your hands. Slowly raising up, okay. I hardly see few of them. So what about others? What do they want to do? So what do they want to do? The other people who didn't raise their hands. Never mind. When Steve Jobs was working once upon a time, Sundar Pichai is still a CEO, he doesn't own a company. How many of you want to become entrepreneurs and how many doesn't want to? Once again, the same question goes to you. Please raise your hands. How many of you want to become entrepreneurs? My lecture goes based on that, to be honest. We just want a couple of them. So when I was walking to your campus, I see it's a very, very, very big campus. So the one who built this campus, is he an entrepreneur or an employee? If you guys want to be an entrepreneur, you should be very active, I'm telling to you. Very active. A simple example, you should be awake 24/7. You never know what a problem is going to come to you, right? If you're an employee, you can close your laptop at 5 or 6 p.m. based on your work schedule and then go back to your work. But if you're an entrepreneur, I would suggest you should be very active. So once again, a good evening to everyone. Very good, very good. So if I see the college premises, I remember my school days, my college days, where I was doing business in my college career too. Okay, so I'll explain you some of those things, but let me tell you what I was having, what challenge I was having during that time. So if you can see my presentation over there, most of you might have the same questions. You might have more dreams, but you want to fulfill those dreams, you may not have enough money. Am I correct? Yes or no? Okay, how many of you have more ideas and then less resources? These are struggling questions, brother, where I was facing through my career. So I have more ideas, I have more thoughts, but very less resources. For example, if I want to build a website, I don't have a computer because I'm from a bachelor's background, in bachelor's in pharmacy. I'm not a computer science guy, so I don't have a laptop. But I want to build a website for pharmacy. And I want to build a data center. No, I don't have anything. I want to do miracles, by experimenting any pharma medications, but I don't have any resources, right? So we have a lot of ideas, but we lack resources. And the third thing is I have many questions in brain. Why? Every time why? For example, during my bachelor's, my father used to pay me a pocket fee every month, but upon a condition. I should show the expenses which I spent previous month to get the next month pocket money. Let's say I got around 800 to 1,000 rupees at that time. Okay. So if I want next 1,000, I should show him where did I utilize the 1,000 rupees. I was always surprised. Why? Why should I show? He has already allotted me a budget, right? 1,000 per month. Then why should I show him? Similarly, many questions. My college seniors used to rag me. My professors used to tease me. I was always having questions. Why? Because I don't know that knowledge. My father wants me to do all the accounting, make sure I utilize the money in a proper way. It's not that he doesn't want to give me. So there are many questions like that, in career as well. When I started my entrepreneurship journey, I'd say my career, not entrepreneur, but I want to start my career. I have 4 options. Like, standing in the mid of a junction. 1, to go and work as a 9-to-5 job, or to go back and listen to my father and do his business. 3, start some business but no money. And 4, take the path whichever comes to my way. So what did I do? I went in a way which guided me, which mentored me, to be honest. So I started my entrepreneurship journey in bachelor's, and then I'm in a stage today where my local business went to global. So today I have business in 3 countries, India, US, and Canada. So that's where local to global is my entrepreneurship journey happened. So same question again, how did I start? Many people have questions, and even you want to know, how do you want to start? So do anyone have anything in brain, like any idea, right? Where do you want to start now? Many people have ideas. I see, Shark Tanks or T-Hub is encouraging with new innovators. So how many people want to start your entrepreneurship journey now? No, in your bachelor's, I'm telling you, at this point of time, many, 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 right? So how are you trying to do it? How are you trying to utilize it? How are you trying to implement your ideas?
Raising capital.
Raising capital, very good question, very good answer, I can say. Anything else? Obviously, you need funds for your ideas, right? Yes. Anything else? Okay. I'll give a small example to you about a 6-year-old lady, okay, whose father was a scientist. Okay. He came to the United States on H-1B visa. He's a scientist by himself, by profession, who came to United States on H-1B work visa. So when he came there, he was an architect. Okay. Then NASA took him into his academy, the NASA Institute, and offered him an Einstein visa. Einstein visa. Do anyone know what is Einstein visa? No. It's a Nobel visa which gives by the people from NASA or from the United States immigration who feels them equal to Einstein. So he was given Einstein visa, which is equal to almost citizenship right away. So he got his green card citizenship right away. He was working with NASA for more than a decade, and then now he has his own institute, discoverstem.info. You can Google it later. Discoverstem.info. So this institute, what he does, he has a 6-year-old baby who has 3 patents today. Do you believe that? 6 years old. Mirza Faizan is his name, and his daughter, who is 6 years old, has 3 patents. And this guy has more than 36 patents, and which are commercialized, which means he doesn't need to work. When you know how patents work, right? Do you all know about it? Yes or no? Okay, let me explain to you again. So what happens is whenever you have any patent, it should not be copied by the people. You have your own thing and you get royalty out of it, right? For example, Apple. So as long as the pieces of Apple is being sold, the patent guy will get a royalty. Could be 10, 20, whatever percentage you discuss, but you get royalty. Similarly, the 6-year-old baby has 3 patents today. Again, I don't know if they're commercialized or not, but there are 3 patents. One of them is simple logic, I'll tell you. One of the 3 patents I'm telling to you now. Usually, kids, whenever they open the door and close the door, they put their nails in between the door and the wood, right? Whenever the door is getting closed, their fingers fall into them and they get hurt, right? Yes or no? Okay. So the old girl, what she did, she discovered something, or she invented something with the help of his father, who is a mentor, to put a magnetic field on the top of the door such that the door won't close when an object is there. And she took a patent for that. Okay. So there is no limit, means there is no age restriction to become an entrepreneur or to become a thing which can develop, which can invent, discover, something like that. So I just give an example because I want to tell you about Mirza Afzan, who discovered his own institute of discoverstem.info, which is available now, and he is training hundreds of people now. He is training hundreds of people now who are from 7th class to 12th class. And everyone is getting their own patents. Okay. So I met this guy who is a scientist. One day I was traveling in an elevator. I saw him. He looks like a really mad guy. I was asking you, why did you come to this building? He stays in the United States, by the way. He stays in Plano, where I live. So I saw him in an elevator. I was asking him, brother, you look a little weird. What do you do for a living? Because I still have time in the elevator talk. He was like, I'm a scientist. Okay. What work do you have in this building? If you're a scientist, you should be in a research center or you should be in somewhere. But what are you doing in this building, commercial building? Then he walked me through his institute. Okay. And he showed all the patents. Almost like 100 plus patents are there in his building, which he helped his young entrepreneurs to get the patents and to get it commercialized. So I was really happy seeing that guy giving some time to me to educate me about his stuff. Being a scientist, he wants his daughter to be a scientist, his daughter to get the patents. At the same time, young generation like us, he wants to help them to get the patents and build their career. I started my food industry during my bachelor's. I started my food industry during my bachelor's. So how did I get this thought? Again, coming back to parents. My father used to pay me only 1,000 rupees a month, and I had to show him accounts. But my seniors used to rag me. They asked me to bring sweets. They asked me to bring, samosas, whatever they want, right? Then how can I tell my father, I need money for samosas? I cannot tell him, right? Okay, let me ask you, how is your college doing? Do you guys rag your juniors or no? No? Not at all? Sometimes? Maybe? Not at all? Okay. But our seniors are not like that. They were a little hard. So I used to always think, what can I tell my father? So I might go and eat some gupchup. Okay. I might go and eat some snacks outside. But I cannot write everything and say, I can match this 1,000 is equals to 1,000, asking for a loan amount of 1 more 1,000. So I used to go around to different. Have you ever seen Deccan Chronicle newspaper? Yes or no? How many of you seen Deccan Chronicle career field classifieds? Deccan Chronicle newspaper. No? No one? Okay. You see it, right? So in Deccan Chronicle, you see more jobs. Many jobs compared to Telugu newspapers. So what I did, I went around and all the job opportunities which there is no limit for education. So I went to many institutes, many teaching institutes. I went there, many broker companies, many real estate companies. I had to happen to see them. And then one real estate company offered me a part-time job during my bachelor's. So that was my first income which I earned through a real estate company. Later, I started my journey with that first investment. So that was a payment for me. And as I said, I started my own food campus. So have you ever heard of Nova Engineering College in Telangana? Yeah. So I did my bachelor's in Nizam Institute of Pharmacy, NIZAM, Nizam Institute of Pharmacy. Probably if you go back in 2010, 2008 something, you see there were marshals there. Ragging was their common, right? So there used to be marshals with heavy bodies and all the suits. So you get scared of them. So I was in the same college where I see marshals every day. I was a little scared about them too. So, but I took ownership of owning a restaurant in front of Nova Engineering College. Again, I need investment for the restaurant. Similarly, I have thoughts, but no money. I have limited money, but I don't have limited resources. I don't have enough stuff to go ahead. What I did, I went to a guy, a shopkeeper, who is looking to buy a land. So I showed him a land which is near to that college. I said, brother, very near to the college. I'm going to rent your land immediately and start my own restaurant. And that guy immediately bought the land and gave that land for me for a monthly rental of 500 rupees. So the initial investment, I didn't do it. Someone else bought the land. But it was my idea to have a restaurant there. I made someone else invest there and purchase the land. Later, I started my restaurant called Tasty Hub. So the restaurant name is Tasty Hub, and I used to sell all the fried rice, whatever you eat now in the canteen mostly. Fried rice, snacks, chapati, puri, all the tiffins and stuff. And I used to make around 30 to 35,000 a month. 30 to 35,000 a month during my bachelor's. So that was my idea. I made investment to other people, but still I made enough money by having my idea into reality. And did I ever make mistakes? Yes. What happened to that restaurant today? I lost it. How did I lose it? Everyone knows business is always up and down. I'm sorry? That is next level. I didn't reach that level at all. No, you pay some fee every time, right? No? Okay. Unfortunately, my management was real commercial. They're very business entrepreneurs. So they always ask for money. You do whatever you want, they ask for money. So I was not going to school at all. Or sometimes I go for exams and sometimes. So I used to pay every time the late fee or the attendance fee for matching that attendance. In 4.2, I should do my thesis. Where I should go to school, I should go to college every day. For you guys, if you're from computer science background, you have something right away in your institutes now. You go outside in the institutes, you pay some money, you get your project work these days, right? But those days, we are not that developed. We don't have a smartphone, we don't have a computer. It was hard time for us. So my professor called me, pharmacology professor, and said, brother, if you don't come to school regularly for your 4 to lab work, I'm going to suspend you. I'm going to detain you, whatever you said, right? He warned me. Then I had to go to school every day, and I used to do experiment on smoking. My project is on smoking. Is pineapple good for people who smoke? This was my project. So how can I do this experiment? I should do it every day in the lab with mice, with rabbits, I used to go, follow the SOP and do this. So part of that, I should go every day to school. I should go every day, feed the rats, feed the mice, and then come. So no option for me. So going to school all the way from LB Nagar to Mount Opera, it was like an hour journey for me. So I should go to school, 1 hour journey, stay there for 4 hours, 5 hours, and then come back. So I didn't find my time to look after my restaurant. And what happened? That was a mistake, I'm telling you. You should always learn mistakes from other people and fix it, to be honest. So that was the biggest lesson which I learned. My chef, who used to come from Dilshuk Nagar, he took his gas cylinder, he took his stove, burner, everything, and he left. And the people who used to stay there from Andhra, who were residing there, they sold all my chairs, tables, everything to the nearby village. And finally, what is left is the table, the shed which I developed. So when I went there, after my 4-2 last exam, today is my last exam at 4 p.m., my 4-2 exams, and then after 4 p.m., I went to my restaurant to see how is it going. I went in a car, luckily I had a car at that time. I went in a car to my restaurant and I was stopping there. I see a lot of people coming around me. I was thinking, oh, I succeeded at something, so people are behind me now. Later, when I realized my fellow workers had borrowed money everywhere in the village and they left. So the reason they're behind me is to collect their money. So I was surprised to see, it's a big failure for me because not having proper attendance. So that's the biggest failure. So if you don't monitor your business, I don't think you need to do it. Better sell it. If you don't have a visibility, I say visibility, it's better sell your business rather spend time on it. So one belief which I followed in my life, you can read it. If I stop now, I'll never know what I could have built. If I have stopped at that time when I lost my restaurant, I would not be in here today with my group of companies. So it was a lesson which I learned to build my next business. Let me ask you a question today. I'm here because of Manidhar. Where is Manidhar? Okay, good. So the topic here is, why are we talking about entrepreneurship today? I know these people may not answer. I want you to answer this. Why? Why are we so concerned on entrepreneurship? You planned a startup. Okay, good. So you know how I found him that he started a startup? He didn't tell me. He's a cousin for me though. He didn't tell me, I want to start a startup. But I saw his thing in LinkedIn. When he updated his LinkedIn saying, he started a startup company. So I reached out to him. What happened? What are you doing now? Did you finish your bachelor's? No. I started along with some friends. He started his own startup company. Yeah. So that made us today to see what's entrepreneurship. Why are we talking about entrepreneurship today? The answer is, the world is in a constant state of change, driven by innovation, technology, and bold ideas. How many believe that? Exactly. To be honest, you guys have a smartphone now. You know where to go. You want a best biryani, just Google it, figure out the rating, You never waste your money, I'm telling you. Because you search, figure out which is good, and then go there. Right? You always don't waste your money by seeing the timings. Is it open or closed? Right? But those back days, we don't have that opportunity. We don't have smartphones. Even when I went to US in 2010, I don't have a smartphone, to be honest. It's a Nokia phone which you used to use at the time, okay, which is number keypad phone. So the technology is driven in such a way, you find everything today. Whatever you want, you find everything today. And entrepreneurship is no longer just about starting a business. Do anyone believe this? Okay, simple example. While I was coming all the way from LB Nagar, from Hyderabad to your place, I stopped at a place, a coconut shop. Okay, the coconut shop is almost getting closed. The guy is, because of rain, he wants to close it early and then leave. Diabetic patients, if they have any wound, like say if I'm a diabetic patient, by chance I got a wound to my feet or to my hand or anywhere, the infection spreads throughout the body. Do you agree with me? Okay. Or did you ever see any people having amputated their legs or hands? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Why? Why did they do amputation to their organs? The infection gets spread to other body parts. Exactly. Anyone else? That was the right answer too. So what happens is the infection in the blood, it keeps spreading to other organs of the body. It eats your tissue. Slowly, 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 it will tissue. That's the reason, let's say if your infection is still here, they try to amputate a little above that, such that, there are no trace of infection getting into your body. So my hospital USP is to avoid such amputations. Avoid such amputations. Why? How? Because of tissue regeneration technology. My USP is tissue regeneration. I'm not a corporate hospital like anyone else. If a cardiac patient comes to my hospital, I don't say, no, I need to do angiogram immediately within the next 24 hours. I make money. No. My hospital knows something. I'm trying to save organ and save life. My slogan is very clear. Save an organ and save a life. Rather than amputating a body part, you keep it alive and survive for the next few years. So while I was traveling this journey, I saw an electrician. Electrician with the age of 23 years old, who went to fix something on the pole, okay, on the electric pole. All of a sudden, his hand had got burnt. Half of his hand got burnt. So people used to refer nearby hospitals. Even if you talk to an ambulance, he will refer to the hospital where he gets paid. These days, everything is commercial. So the ambulance driver also want referral payment, right? So we need commission these days. Without commission, business is not there. Everything, even college, you refer somebody, you might get some incentive too. So what I was surprised to see, a 23-year-old guy, if he loses his hand, at right hand, not left hand, if he loses his hand, he's not going to have any career in future, right? He cannot do any of his work properly. So I was searching around to see what options do I have, and then I got the solution of tissue regeneration. So today, if anyone in the world comes to my hospital with just a bone, or anyone yourself, shave your skin with everything muscle and come with a bone, I can get your tissue back with a normal skin like this. I have several USPs. You can go to YouTube, you can see my hospital. So that's a value I built in my hospital. You know Zoho, right? Zoho is built in remote places, remote. And one of the village in Tamil Nadu, he started his journey. And Zoho is today a global platform for entrepreneurs to run their invoicing, other subjects, a CRM tool. Next, please. How many of you know this building? Okay, great. So the first example which I showed, Ritesh Agarwal, is that age is no limit. The second example, Zoho, location is not a constraint, okay? And the third is T-Hub. Again, every government has their own kind of things. I just shown T-Hub because I saw that image earlier, okay? So it's showing opportunities. So it's your right time to show. There is no one you need to take permission. You don't need to ask your father, father, can I do this, can I do that or not? If you have creative ideas, there are several platforms which can encourage you and make things happen. Next, please. So it says that you don't need permission to start your entrepreneurship. Next. So this is my slogan. It's not just about starting, it's about starting right. Okay. So everyone has ideas. As I told you, right, the company came to me and offered me a percentage of 5% for 20 crore, but which is similar to Byju's, which I already know about it. In the similar family, how many of you know Udemy? Udemy. Right. So there are several online platforms which are already doing this business. They can implement several things which they might be already doing it, which I'm not aware of though. But my thing is like, doing the right thing at right time. Next, please. Okay. So how many believe that, to start entrepreneurship right away is a good thing, or to get experience and then start a business? How do you get that experience? Loud, please. By listening. Okay. What else? No, I'm okay with that. Yeah, you should listen to me, or else how can I tell you? I'm sorry? Get into startups, good thing. What else? Exactly. That is one part. The other part is that no, you get exposed to all verticals. When you go into small organization, I'm telling you, you get exposed to all verticals. You get time to interact with the HR, accounts, development team, designing team. You go to a small team, right? Obviously, you get chance to see all the wings, learn many things rather being sticking to your own particular vertical, right? Today, if a Java developer goes to an organization like TCS, I'm giving an example, or a bigger company like Apple, he is still a Java developer because he doesn't never see his HR. He never sees HR because HR stays in somewhere, right? So, but a startup company, you get exposed to all verticals, you get knowledge to have your own entrepreneurship. Okay, I would believe that. So you see that first one, some start straight after graduation with raw ideas, which is a high risk. Okay, and some others do that first, they work, they learn, and then start it. And the others, if you see, even if a startup fails, your skills and network stay with you. So whenever you do a startup, you do it slow. You don't do it with millions of dollars, right? You start it slowly. Then you learn the failures and build it again. So I believe, okay, we'll see the next slide. You have all that information though. Next, please. Okay, if you see Oyo, he started his business, but he got his experience. How? Not by working in the startup companies, but he went around the places to see what is the problem. He got experience through his journey. Okay, he went throughout the problem, he went to different places, got experience, and then he started his own Oyo. So one thing is like experience doesn't always mean office work. It is about how you know the market well. Next, please. And about same thing with Zoho. So this guy, he developed an application, but how? If that is possible, every graduate student needs to develop thousands of applications every year, all right? But he got experienced, he learned how a technology works, how a business operation works, and then he started his own organization. So he got his experience through his career. This is a controversial statement, yes or no? Entrepreneurship is not glamorous, is it correct? Is glamorous? Only few people are answering me, please answer again. Is entrepreneurship a glamorous or not glamorous? Okay, 8 times. Agreed with me? Yes, 8 times. Because as I told earlier, when I stopped at a coconut shop, he can close his doors and go. But he opened his door, though it's raining, because he wants to do it. So it's not glamorous. But sometimes, let's say Zoho, even you sleep, in one or other country, there will be a new subscriber buying your application. So it's glamorous. So you're making money even if you're sleeping. So it vice versa though. Next, please. What it really takes to become an entrepreneur. What it really takes to become an entrepreneur. You need to accept your failures, which I tell that. So first you see, first to arrive and last to leave. Yes, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to come first and then leave last. Example, I told you the coconut shop now. And take responsibility of everything, like you're the boss, starting from HR till accounting, immigration, legal, everything. You need to take care of it. And then face your rejection 100 times. It could be more too. And keep learning. So give an example about me. I have my green card in the United States. Okay. I have my own IT companies there. I have my own pharmacies there. Okay. Back in India, I own my development companies, digital marketing, media house, blah, blah, blah stuff. Hospitals, as you know. So what I was doing, am I expertised? Am I master in all of these? I just hold 1 degree, bachelor's in pharmacy, master's in healthcare administration, master's in management science, and PhD in something else. But I'm not a doctor, but I still own a hospital, right? I'm not a licensed pharmacist in New York, but I still own my pharmacy in New York, okay? I don't own, means I can say licenses, different licenses which you need, right? I'm not a CPA, but I still have my accounting firm, SBA Tax Consultants in the United States. So you don't need a qualification for sure, but you need a qualified person next door to open that branch. So I have my qualified doctors working for me, qualified CPAs working for me, and qualified developers working for me, where I can run the show without any hurdles. So we always believe risk versus reward. Do you believe that? Money, probably we need some tea or coffee for everyone. Okay. Just kidding. So you need risk versus reward. So what are the risks you have? So if somebody wants me to invest in your project, probably I may be ready to do it. Okay. One of you come and say, brother, I have a very good project. I'm trying to make millions of dollars. You invest in my project, I get you millions in next 1 year. Okay, I'm ready to invest. But I always calculate my risk. How? I see whether you're qualified or not, whether you have previous experience or not, whether can you run my show successfully or not, or what all dependencies do I have. So major I concern about financial uncertainty, burnout, and failure. So I'll make sure all my risks always been taken care to get the rewards of impact, freedom, wealth, and pride. So I'm telling you guys, you always need to take a risk to get a reward, but risk should be a calculated risk. You cannot simply say, put $100,000, I'm going to get you $1 million. No, it doesn't work that way. So you should always be a calculated risk.
So should we improve and invest on getting an online platform, or should we just change our business?
Say, talk to the university, get an interaction with them saying, I can give you students for better commission or no commission. Engage that. Probably you might improve business and people come to you because you are the only one who is having national-wise dealership or distributionship with that university. Think in that way. If you have direct connections with universities, at least people will come to you for that. There should be a way.
You should send someone as a marketing executive to university.
100%. Everybody is doing the same. You need to do something else. So if university is giving a contract to you, it will be valid for 1 or 3 years, right? So improve your business in that time. Same thing with Reliance, Ambani, or Tata. They own everywhere. They have different platforms. Any vertical you name, those group of organizations has it. So they build an empire. They build a network everywhere which is doing that. So similarly, for your question, if you have people in the United States who can work for you as a part-time or a freelancer, they can give you more business.
Sir, my question is that what is the major concern or the issue that you are seeing that in the new age startups in this age of AI?
Can you repeat the question?
The major concerns or the issues that you are witnessing in the new age startups in this new AI era.
AI. Okay. AI is something Nikhil will tell you, but I see that AI is being misused in a different way. Okay. For example, developers are using AI, developing the code. So if AI can replace a human, there is no way we can work together today, right? But still, AI needs prompt engineering, right? Somebody should prompt them to do the job. AI cannot do by itself. So still, humans are needed. So startups, what they're doing, they're believing in applications. What I would say, you believe in the sales pitch. Okay, you're going to develop something, very sure. It has 100% potential. But if you don't have the skill to sell it, what is the use of developing it, right? So first, I would suggest being a very sales pitch. How are you going to sell it? Okay, today, if you see, there are a lot of competitors in soap business, right? You see Santur, Rexona, Hammam, and you see people coming up with new brands. Or you see water bottles, okay? These days, earlier people used to know Bisleri, Kinley, and Tata, right? Now there are thousands of brands. Are they not doing business? How? Exactly. So what I would recommend is, see the sales pitch, how you're going to sell it out. Then you can have AI implemented to it. Next, please. Right. This is most important thing I would say, find a mentor. As that 6 years old daughter has a dad who is mentoring to get the patents. So I would recommend everyone take some mentorship from someone other before making a failure.
So your journey from India to a successful entrepreneur is an inspiration for all of us. What is the specific challenge that you faced for your development as a leader?
One, financial stuff.
Yeah, most crucial. That is most crucial.
So when I started my companies,
I am really running out of funds. I'm not able to make my salaries. People are working for me. Vendors are supposed to pay me. They're not paying on time. So I was dependent on my credit cards. To be honest, I have like 6-7 lakhs of credit cards. So I used to run them and pay the salaries, and then I used to run the show. Because every bank needs a successful IT returns to give a loan. So unless you do a business for 3 years, show your profits, they're not ready to fund me, not the investors. And at that time, we don't have these many platforms to invest. So my credit cards was my assets at that time. Then it's not a unique product. So patent is on a unique concept, right? Yes. Already Tata has designed an electric car. If you take that copy and write information to apply for a patent, they won't give you because already Tata applied long back.
So they will check.
They will check. They will check. They will even advertise it. Advertise it and see if everybody is coming in contradiction to it. If nobody is contradicting it, then they'll approve the patent.
And if somebody has not patented it, but they has the idea, but I have platform.
If you first do it, then you are the patent owner. First come, first serve. If you already have a patent, they'll come to you. Brother, you already applied for a patent, can we do the business together? Yeah, they'll give royalty to you.
They will also come.
You got the patent first. They are next to you. So unless they have patent, yeah, they'll come and work with you. That's how people do now. All these vaccination companies, how are they doing it? You have a patent for paracetamol example. They come to you and say, brother, I'm going to do this. No, I'll give a royalty to you. That's how pharmaceutical industries are doing. Nobody will file ANDA right directly. If you already have an ANDA, then they will work with you directly.
And what is the process? Like if I go and tell my CA about the idea, he might patent it with his name.
You'll have an NDA first.
I should
You'll
have
sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. You'll sign an agreement with him and then you disclose your idea.
that might be stealing idea might be a issue later.
Yeah, you always sign an NDA before you share your idea to anyone. Even if you share to me, I'll tell you to sign an NDA. I might copy it for sure if I like it. Right?
So when he has to go to government or some body
He knows where to apply.
he will do that.
He'll do it.